Welcome to episode 537 of the podcast. Before we begin, I'd like to apologize because today is one of those out and about episodes. So you're going to be hearing the noise of children in the background and then also the noise of Christmas carols, people walking through, and things of that nature. So, before we begin, now that we're done with the prelims, you remember if you've been listening to the past couple of episodes that we've been doing a lot of talk about demand generation, and so today's episode is also going to be about demand generation. So, as a recap for those of you who've been listening, or if this happens to be your first time of listening to the podcast, demand generation sounds like a real technical term, and people with lots of business degrees talk about it a lot and in strategy sessions. And so, because of that, it sounds like something that is outside of the purview of the ordinary man, but rest assured, even though it has a big name, the meaning is quite small and quite simple, easy to comprehend and easy to apply. Demand generation is about building interest and awareness for your product or your service. The philosophy behind it is that if you can find a good quality audience base and create interest and awareness amongst them, then those people end up taking action and they end up becoming your customers and also to refer business to you. So repeat business and referrals if you get to do things right. So I'm sure you figured out from this brief definition that I've given that what you need, it's absolutely pivotal that you get the right crowd. You need a good quality audience base that you're going to be creating interest and awareness amongst. And that's because if you get interest and awareness but from the wrong crowd, you are not going to get any results. If you create interest and awareness among people who don't need what you have, who don't want what you have, who can't afford what it is that you have, then you're not going to get good quality business at the end of the day. So, before you do demand generation or other marketing activities, the main questions that we have to tackle is, or rather are, do we have a high quality audience base? Are we looking for the ideal customer, the target customer? What is our ideal customer profile? All those sorts of questions are the questions that we have to answer before we begin demand generation activities or lead generation or any other marketing activities. So these are the first questions for your sales and your marketing efforts, and they're not to be taken lightly. So the reason why I'm made today's episode is just to let you guys know that even though we're breaking it down to let you know what demand generation is, and in future episodes we're going to talk about specific tips, tricks, tactics that you can employ, we should always remember to have the fundamental questions come first, because we want to make sure that we get good results. So we want to make sure that we're targeting the right audience to begin with. So thank you very much for listening to episode 537 of the podcast. Thanks for your time and attention. Remember that you guys can ask me anything by sending messages on WhatsApp or Telegram. It can be text messages or audio messages. Or if you're listening on Spotify, you can also use the question feature over there, and I'll be able to incorporate it as part of future podcast episodes. So reach out with your questions, queries, your comments. The number is 080 6466 2140. So remember, for Telegram and WhatsApp, that's 080 6466 2140. The country code is +234. That's Nigeria. The country code is +234. So thanks for your time and attention. I'll catch you guys at the next recording.